We're also committed at the moment to try and keep a really regular contact with you. So every week we are going to try and post a video of some sort, be that a story with your child's new teacher, a little game to play with your child's new teacher, perhaps talking through one of the particular areas of the classroom, and all those sorts of things. Now, obviously at the moment we still don't know what September is going to look like, and we are committed to do our very best to having all of our children in at the time that we would have expected that to happen in September. However, we are waiting for guidance on the government about how that is going to look, which we will share with you. So for now, we're doing our very best to show the children a flavour of what things will look like, but obviously we need parents to be aware that the provision we are offering will have to be slightly different dependent on the guidance from the government. So just to give you an example of that, normally in our early years classrooms you would go in and there'd be an absolute wealth of choice and resources and toys for the children to choose from, and we call that self-initiated learning or child-initiated learning, which means basically they go and have a look at what's on offer and choose what they'd like to play with. However, at the moment, because government guidelines stipulate that all resources need to be sanitised after they're used, that resources with really small parts, so Lego, Playmobil, things like that, wouldn't be appropriate because they're too difficult to keep sanitised, and some sort of tactile messy resources like Play-Doh would also be quite sort of difficult to keep hygienic. We've had to adapt our provision. Now obviously, as you're aware, guidance and the science is changing all the time, and we will follow what is deemed to be the safest way. At the moment, the children in our reception classes are having something that looks a bit different, but we are hoping to give your child the most exciting and warm and friendly start to school, despite what the provision will look like, and we can commit that we will work as hard as possible to make it as special an experience regardless of the situation. So following on from the weekly videos, where hopefully your child will really start to feel familiar and start to feel like they know what their teacher's like and what their classroom's like, we will also commit that every child will have a one-to-one session or a home visit, if that's possible, with their teacher before they start. And I think that's a really important opportunity for you as parents also to meet the teacher and to ask all those questions that maybe you don't want to ask publicly, or just to ask those little worries that you've still got to be ironed out. So as I said, normally, and hopefully we will be able to offer a normal provision in September, we offer 2 starting school options at Bisley. So the first option is full-time, and that is, actually quite suitable for a lot of our children, and most years I'd say 80 to 90% of children take up that option where they just come in from the beginning and start. A lot of our children have already been full-time at nursery, some of our children have been in settings since they were 9 months old, 6 months old, and actually they're more than ready just to come in and take it all in their stride, and that's great, and we're more than willing to offer that. The other option we offer is if you're feeling a little bit more maybe unsure that will be the case for your child and you think they need something a bit more gradual. So in that case we offer a mornings only option. Now it's very flexible and we work with your children, and especially this year when everybody's going to have had some very unusual months leading up to their start at school, we will work to provide what is right for your child. So if that looks like 3 mornings to start with, and then that's kind of all they can cope with, then that's fine, and we will build it up. So it won't be the same for every child. It can be flexible. We can have one approach one week and then adapt as we move on the following. We're all about getting to know each child individually and each family and seeing what is suitable for you. So please don't worry about what it will look like for your child. It will be very much led by how we feel as a team discussing it with you.